All right, let me do a little quick explanation to what was going on. Okay, back in 2022-ish, somewhere around there, they cut my Cadillac converter off the passenger side. I ran it open for a week or so until I got paid, and I bought a universal cat. I bought some flex tubes, and I tried to seal it up as best I can, so it was pretty much open. So it was still pretty much open because the flex tube there rust out after 6-7 months or something like that, or a clamp would fall off and it would be open. Then I'll seal it up, eventually seal it back up. And then somewhere last year or something, I bought a welder to try to completely seal the system up and everything. But the pipe I put on the angle wasn't so right. So on the passenger side of the vehicle, where the Cadillac converter, the universal Cadillac converter in that, it was below the cross member, one of the cross members and everything. So I couldn't get it to go to the Y pipe. So I ran that open for almost a year. And then up to now, I'm trying to get ready to pass smog, and all the other stuff. So I had to replace a whole bunch of. I knew I was gonna have to replace my EGR valve, maybe the sensor, because I put a new sensor on DPFE. I put a new sensor on here last year, and when I put that new sensor on here, I was still running open cat, so I destroyed that sensor. So I had to replace it. But at first I was just thinking like, the sensor is good because I just replaced it. So I didn't buy another one. So bear with me. So I didn't buy another one. I just bought another one, and I replaced it yesterday. That video I made with me spraying, when I said I sprayed seafoam down into here when I had the throttle body off, and I clicked the throttle body, I was thinking that maybe it was just clogged up in here and everything. So I just didn't want to believe that this sensor went bad because I just replaced it last year. So I replaced the DPF sensor here. I replaced the EGR valve. That need to replace the old one. I still got it. I knew it was bad because I took it out before and tried to clean it, but it just wasn't getting no vacuum. I knew that was bad. I replaced this one too to be safe, and I replaced the evac purge valve. I replaced this too. So what else I did? That's pretty much it. Now I gotta replace my the elbows on both crankcases and everything, because it's not the original elbow. I'm using rubber tools and stuff to try to seal up, so my fuel trims will come down once I replace them and it's actually sealed. And my fuel trim not bad. It's like 5% right now. I gotta replace this air intake filter. I don't know if there's really something wrong with it, or if it's just not enough air being moved through the system or not. I'm hoping that I've been driving like this for about a year and a half with this thing, but now I'm trying to get my fuel trims and everything back in order and everything. I put a new heater core in here. I finally replaced the heater core. It never had one of him when I first bought the truck. I got brand new spark plugs in here. I still got like another 60,000 miles on it. I replaced spark plugs back in 2020 when I fixed this. It was a blown out spark plug on here when I bought the truck, and I retapped and rethreaded. I think it was 4, if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 3. It's somewhere back there. I had to get back there, so I replaced that. Well, I did that 4 years ago. New spark plugs, coils, and boots. Don't need to do nothing with. My problem was not with idling or starting. This thing starts smoothly every time and never failed to not start. Next, I'm gonna change my fuel pump, because again, fuel pump and the filter. because this fuel pump and filter been on this truck since I bought it. It's been 5 years. I don't know how long it's been on this truck, but my fuel gauge don't work. My fuel gauge don't work, and it don't show how many miles to empty I got up there. So, like I said, I'm finna get this truck back. I'm getting this truck back right. I'm finna try to get it back right. It been good to me, so I'm gonna be good to it. I'll close the system up. I'll close the exhaust system up. I'm finna replace the fuel pump and the fuel filter. I'm gonna do the oil change on her next because it's about way past due, maybe. But again, I'm not driving highway miles. This is all city miles. And I only drive like 8 miles a day back and forth to work. So yeah. And also the my flickering headlights that I had, I just replaced all of these fuses over here. The only one I didn't replace is these 10s right here. These are the only ones I didn't replace. But every last rest of them I replaced and everything. I'm going to replace these too, but I just got tired of pulling and doing everything. I didn't replace these. I didn't replace the relays, but eventually I might start looking to replace this relay because it is open. As long as I don't get no water in here, I'm not going to really worry about it. As long as I don't get no water, no moisture in here, I'm not going to worry about it. But I didn't replace none of these here. I didn't replace none of these. Only these mini fuse right here. I would say if you having like flickering lights or dimming lights and everything, you might want to start checking relays and fuse and everything. These trucks is always a lot of heat up under here. They ain't been through many winters and summers, rain, sleet, whatever you want to call it. For now, once I do that, like I said, I'm gonna replace the PVC elbow. You can see, that's not even factory. I was in a pinch. That elbow went bad on me, and I was something about the vacuum or something. It went bad on me, so I cut a piece of washing machine hose. I think that's what it is. Put that on there, and the same with the other one. That's the other side got the other side have a piece of rubber tube like this. I forgot what to call it, but it's from AutoZone or something. So next I might start looking at the replacing. Nah, this is new. This is a new line, so I ain't gotta replace that. But I might look at start replacing up rubber hose on here so it's clamping this new. I might do that one. The other crankcase going into the back of the throttle body, the intake. I'm gonna end up doing that one eventually. What else? I mean, this is my truck, so I'm always looking at it. I'm always looking at taking note of things. I take note of the build-up, or the oil secrets around the crankcase, the valve covers and everything. I look at everything. I get up under there, up under the truck. I look at the bottom of the oil pan, bottom of the transmission pans, the transfer case, the axles. I inspect everything on this truck, or constantly. I don't go a long period of time without inspecting everything on this truck. I make sure I got no oil leaks, no transmission fluid leaks, no too bad sequence and everything. What else? Everything on this truck I do myself. I don't take it to no mechanic shop or nothing. If I don't know it, I'm gonna YouTube it. If I don't know it, I'm gonna YouTube it. And I don't put nothing but Motorcraft air filter, Motorcraft fluids. Only Motorcraft fluids that's not in this truck is the cooling. Cause that Motorcraft cooling was high, and I heard some things about it too. So this is regular cooling, but I stick with the same brand cooling. I don't put nothing but Motorcraft transmission fluid, Motorcraft oil in here. That's pretty much it, man. Like I said, if it's your vehicle, you ain't got the money to pay a mechanic to do something simple, I say YouTube and learn how to do it yourself. I changed the what's that called? The temp the I can't think of the cooling temp thing. I changed that thing and I forgot what it's called. Again, I put new hoses on. Well, I just put the heater coil on here, so you know these are new hoses here. This is an old hose. This is an old hose. This an old hose. This an old hose. But I'll be inspecting these and everything too, cause I know they like to bust and everything. I inspect this one here too. So little by little, so I just started buying. I be starting to buy parts and everything. Like I got new fuel injectors for this truck, and I had them about 3 or 4 years. I never put them in here because there was nothing wrong with my fuel injectors. Like I said, I'm gonna eventually start buying radiator hoses and stuff just for in case. Just for in case I have them. Get me home, and get me home, and I'm gonna change them. But other than that, man, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I expect everything. You know, water pump issues, nothing. The belt, I expect the belt. Like, if it's your vehicle, man, it's your job to make sure it keep running. These old things right here, they be needing a lot of love. They be needing a lot of love, though. They'll run forever, but you gotta love them. You gotta massage on them. You gotta twist and turn some nuts. But yeah, I gotta replace. I'm gonna put all new tires on here. I want to paint it. Like I said, I prepped the hood. I prepped the top for paint. I think I'm gonna repaint it. Let's see, I gotta re-glue these down. And I also want to put a fan on here. If I can get a fan. If I can get a fan on front of this AC condenser, the winter's time here will be so much better. Like I said, I'm gonna repaint everything. They're gonna buy me a cheap Harbor Freight gun to repaint stuff.